Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. Welcome again, another session of Open Diner. Our topic today is No Man is an Island. So nowadays with the pandemic, we're seeing more and more lonely people, unfortunately. And as we know, loneliness is the number one killer, actually. People are generally social by nature, and high quality social relationships can help them live longer, healthier lives. And that's because we are wired for connection. The purpose of Open Diner is to provide a safe place where people can connect. And we're hoping that by the end of this event, you'll see that true human connection is the answer to all our problems. So we're here to support each other and have a really great discussion on this topic tonight. This is a camera zone event, so if you could kindly turn on your cameras, that would be great. We find it helps to connect with each other better. So I'm going to hand it over to Gary. Got some announcements.
Hi, now for some announcements. This is your friendly announcement person. Of course, here at Open Diner, we are trying to create a supportive environment where we connect above our differences. We want everybody to, when we're talking, stay on topic, no criticism, avoid politics. This is a politic-free zone. And a reminder to mute your microphone when you're not speaking. This minimizes background noise, and if you can turn on your cameras, it really helps us all benefit from the event. And remember to keep your answers brief so that everyone gets a chance to speak. And I will be one of your hosts tonight.
I'm another one. My name's Roberta from Long Island, New York. Hello.
And
we have Alana. Alana on Facebook is going to be monitoring Facebook, reading comments. So please feel free to answer the comments over there, and we'll get a chance. We'll read them for sure.
And like we said, tonight's topic is No Man is an Island. So a little bit about that. The poet Jonne Donne said, "No man is an island, entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a piece of the main." And it's true. According to many spiritual teachings, we are connected by invisible strings in an integrated system of nature. All parts of nature are connected, including the human being. However, all the other parts are aware of their connectedness, and they work together in order to survive and maintain a state of homeostasis. But human beings are acting more and more like islands when really we are more like cells in a body. Nothing is broken in our world except for the connection between us, humans. It is precisely why all of our problems exist. The growing loneliness and depression we feel are meant to push us to find and achieve that state of homeostasis between us, which naturally exists in all the other parts of the universe. So the hidden connection between all the parts is meant to be revealed by each and every person on earth. Therein lies the answer to all of our suffering. And this is exactly what we want to begin to explore during this session of Open Diner. And now back to Roberta.
Thanks, Gary. Okay, we do this every week. It's a lot of fun. We're going to do an icebreaker. And the icebreaker is called What Makes You Happy? It's a common denominator game. So for the common denominator game, the first person is going to talk for a few moments about what makes them happy. The next person takes something that the first person said and uses that to talk about their own happiness. So I'm going to start as an example. We'll continue from here. I'm very happy when, let's say, I go camping with my family on the 4th of July weekend in the Adirondack Mountains. We're most relaxed when we have a long stretch of time to read, swim, go fishing, spend quiet time together. So someone could pick up on that? Something that I said in there, a common denominator, maybe?
Yeah, I can. I know I've just been talking, but I will jump in here. You talk about the Adirondack Mountains, and this is my first autumn in South Carolina. And watching the trees turn color is amazing. It's amazing. I never knew there were such colors. It's just gorgeous driving to and from work, wherever I go. It's a beautiful, that really makes me happy. I could drive around all day and just look at the trees.
You know, it makes me happy looking at trees also. because it is you can tell that they are alive and that they communicate with one another. It just form a connection that people really should form themselves. So yes, I can understand what you're saying about enjoying the trees and the leaves, and especially this time of the year, you know.
I absolutely love
Okay. You
taking.
go.
Oh, sorry, Natalia, we couldn't hear you. I absolutely love taking walks in nature. I love hiking, biking, anything basically. I would be outdoors all day if I could, except in the winter when it gets really cold. But autumn in New York is one of my favorite times of year. It's really gorgeous, all the different colors and the crisp autumn air. Just I love it. That makes me happy.
I love autumn too, and autumn in Chicago is as well beautiful, and trees are very colorful, even though they become less full of leaves now. And winter, it smells of winter, but I like autumn, and it's a little bit colder, but I'm still liking the freshness of it. And I like when there are 4 different types seasons, right, in Chicago. And I'm happy to spend any season with my friends, anywhere and anytime. The most happiest I am when I'm with my close friends.
You know, you talked about seasons. If you live in St. Louis, that we have a saying: if you don't like what the weather is today, stick around a couple of days. It will be different. So I can understand what you're saying about seasons, and it brings out the different attitudes in people with the different seasons.
Yeah,
That's
I like
funny.
seasons too. I think I'm okay with winter. I think I like winter now, and I think this winter I'm going to for the first time in a long time like build a snow fort or something like that, because a friend of mine has arrived from the Middle East, and he doesn't get a lot of snow, and he's a little bit nervous with the snow, and I don't blame him. But we'll see if we can do something fun that he hasn't seen before.
You all like seasons. I like seasonings. I like curry. I like pepper. I like hot and spicy rooster sauce, man. Bring it on. That makes me happy.
Anybody could join in at any time, by the way. I didn't give that in the beginning. We're doing popcorn style. So Susie, Marie, whoever didn't speak, Alana, you just added. Now we have Brett with seasonings.
I was going to go with seasons because we don't have any here in Arizona. And then the seasonings threw me off. But what I was going to say was that it's in Arizona right now. We still use the air conditioner. It's hot. I mean, we outside. It's beautiful, and I love seasonings. I put hot stuff on just about everything, and I did win the cayenne pepper eating contest.
Paula, you want to jump in? I saw you tried before.
Yeah, I was going to say that I love the seasons. I love 3 out of 4. Not so much the summer. I don't really like the heat. I tend to complain a lot during the summer. And as far as seasonings, I just started to like anything spicy, mild spice right now, but I'm working my way up.
Speaking of common denominator with Paula, we have 3 seasons that I like, but I would cut winter for sure. I'm a summer person, a spring person, but you know, winter, I can share with Arizona.
So one of you talked about seasoning and the hot spices, which I detest. I cannot take them, but I love to salsa dance. So that's pretty hot, you know. So I'm happiest when I'm dancing, no matter what the season is.
You know, you like dancing, but give me a good game of chess. I'm happy. that I'm in my world, in my element. But then again, I guess maybe I need to spread that knowledge to others and teach others how to play too. Not many people play in this day and time.
You know, it's funny. I'll add to that hobbies. I'll add common denominator. Chess was a hobby. Let's say I started playing pickleball. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. I played last Sunday with some friends of mine, and I haven't been I used to play sports soccer and whatnot, but it was so cool to get out, play with it, some friends, and be outside. And I felt like a kid again. My body didn't feel like a kid again. I was very sore the next day, but to start enjoying hobbies again, yeah, that's something I enjoy. Sports.
Yeah, I don't really remember what pickleball is about, but I think it's similar to paddleball. And I actually just recently, this past summer, got into playing paddleball. And what I really love about that game is, at least the way that we play it, is there are no winners or losers. You're both responsible for keeping the ball up in the air, and you know, we try to keep it up as long as possible. So it actually builds a really nice connection with the other person, because you're both working towards the same goal. You're you know, you're not competing, you're working together.
I'll just say the pickleball, it's like tennis and ping pong on a smaller court, but we play for points. I'm not, I mean, if I was playing with you, I would do it equally, but with, you know, all the pointing, the counting, the scoring, but it's a lot of fun sports for sure.
But that's the whole fun of it. The points, you gotta have winners, gotta have losers, gotta have someone you can point your finger at and make them feel bad. I mean, that's the whole fun of it.
I just have to say that I like pickles.
I love pickles. I'm trying not to eat them right now because I have high blood pressure.
I have to say that I actually lately discovered that I like some sports. I don't like so much games, but sports. I've been on like two months now abroad, and I wasn't doing. I was biking. I was like on a scooter, scooting. I don't know, like I was doing so much stuff I thought I never would do in my life. It was really great.
Thing I like best about sports is you're getting exercise, but you don't know it. In other words, if you go and you have to do sit-ups and all that, but I'd go out surfing and I'd come back and my whole body'd be shaking from exhaustion, and I didn't know I'd had any exercise at all because I'd had so much fun. So I'm looking for a sport now. We're on the river here in Bullhead City on the Colorado River. We've got kayaks. We're trying to get the water's too cold to swim in, but we've got wetsuits. We're going to try that. But something to where I don't have to go do sit-ups and walk. I want to go play.
Paddleboarding.
How about, I see Marie, I don't think you added, Rano?
Oh, there were so many nice comments. I didn't want to interrupt anyone. I was speaking of activities, sports activities. Here in Rotterdam, if you love cycling, you're gonna be in your element. This is a place that is built for cycling, for bicycles and everything. So that's coming from New York, where you have just a few bike lanes. Here, it's paradise.
Well, I don't know how we lost the connection because we were on seasoning. I want to go back to that because I want food. That reminds me of eating.
But
I like food.
Go ahead then.
No, that was the extent of it. I'm a very deep person. I like food.
I see. Well, I'm not into sports now. I like walking and hiking, but I have to tell you that I am now such a fan of a beach volleyball. There's quite several teams that are on the beach every day, and I feel like I'm playing with them. You know, I feel like I'm developing muscles and I'm running with them. It's so much fun. It is unbelievable. If you're really immersed, I truly believe I am exercising.
It's virtual. Like everything we do virtual, now we exercise virtually. So, what do I do from sports? I like table tennis. If I find anywhere table tennis, I'll be glad. It's so rare.
I would love to play you, Natalia. Uh, my brother actually has table tennis at his house when we have like all these tournaments. I love it.
In ping pong, guys.
Yeah,
Let's do it. I even think so. I even have rackets.
Oh, really?
Natalia, do you use like 2 paddles?
I'm just kidding, right? But anything, just give me the table and the racket.
All right. Well, you know what? We have to get a team together. We have enough people here for a football team, was a soccer team, maybe basketball. Well, what did we get out of this? Was very nice, I have to say. Icebreaker. We learned a lot about everybody. So we took away, most people said what made them happy is really being around other people. That's why it's so important to work on relationship skills, not just romantic relationships, but all relationships. You can see that we're all social creatures. And if we can develop positive relationships with everyone in our lives, we'll all be much happier. So that was real nice, everybody sharing. And now we're going to watch a video together. Nina's clapping. Yes, we all deserve a round of applause. But we're going to watch now a video. We're going to watch it together. It's called Only We Are Broken. And then afterwards, we're going to do a roundtable discussion. So let's enjoy that together.
Cobb TV. Watch your life make sense.
Only we are broken. The poet Jonne Donne once said, "No man is an island, each is a part of the whole." In fact, we are part of an integrated system, invisible at the physical level. In our world, nothing is really broken, except for the connection between us. The animals are not broken, although some are endangered. The Earth has been relatively unchanged for a few billion years now, healing itself whenever necessary. But humans have been behaving more and more like islands, when really we are more like cells in a body. Can you imagine what would happen if the cells in your body behaved like islands? When we start acting like good cells, with the intention to do good to the other parts of the body, we will reveal the hidden connection between all its parts. It is in this connection that all the good that can exist in this world is manifested. And all the parts of the world that we thought were broken will be revealed to be in their perfect state. The end.
All right, I love that. I love cartoons. I love I love the animated features. So anyway, we're going to go to our roundtable discussions. Now we have a couple questions to ask. But first of all, we're going to go over our etiquette rules as usual. We'll bring them up here. Like I've said before, we are here to build a space of support, love, care, and warmth. We want to accept each other and what each other has to say, and really understand it and make it a part of us. Everyone is equal and very important. I think we've been around, most of us have been attending this for a while, and we are getting very to the point to where we are starting to feel closer and closer all the time, and feeling that everyone is equal and very important and has an important part to play in this. We go around the table and speak briefly and on topic. It's very key. Listen attentively. Listen as though the person that's speaking is saying something that you forgot about, and all of a sudden they're bringing it up. There are no right or wrong answers. Everything is a piece of the puzzle. The truth is in the center of our connection. When we finish, we'll have a great picture of what of the collective thought here. So let's go to our first question. What do you think about the fact that nothing is broken in our world except for the connection between us? What do you think about the fact that nothing is broken in our world except for the connection between us as humans? Let's see. Let's start with Willie. You like going first, so go ahead.
Thank you. What you're saying is so true. Only man is broken, really. And it's the relationship between us that's really broken. People look at the bodies and say, well, the body's broken down, or because there's so many sickness. But if we could really come together in oneness, I believe we eliminate a lot of the sickness that we are experiencing. So the problem is because of our lack of connecting with one another.
So true. Roberta.
Yeah, that is so true. And it's so sad, actually. I think of children, when we were all younger, we played with everybody. We didn't look at color. We didn't look at a status. They were there. They had a ball and let's play, and today, well, when I say today, for me, being older, it's you put everybody in boxes. There's no communication and we are the broken ones. We didn't really change. Society changed us, but there's a way probably to go back like we're doing tonight, connecting and speaking and just opening ourselves up and being more, open. We'd be more like children. And that would change maybe the brokenness of it by connecting more verbally instead of just looking at our phones and all that stuff. So there's a way.
Yeah, that's great. Excellent. Paula.
I think everybody wants to connect. I think a lot of people have a hard time with it. Especially now more than ever, I think, with everything being virtual. But a lot of people struggle with social anxiety, and I know that loneliness, is huge right now, unfortunately. And, I think if people could connect more, then, the world would definitely be a better place.
Yeah, it's true. The time we're in really changed things drastically. Rona.
Yeah, it kind of put everything out in the open. We used to think of ourselves as the top of the pyramid. But when we look at the way people behave with each other and how everything else in nature behave completely opposite way, and we do realize that we are the ones that are left with learning how to actually fit within the system and find how we complete this entire creation. But it's interesting because it's people have to realize that yes, there's nothing bad, everything is good. It's just that if we can fix that interaction that we have with each other, and then just everything else is going to have a completely different feel.
Yeah, I love that. Nina.
Yeah, Rhonda mentioned nature, and in a forest, I read that if one tree gets sick, all the other trees from the forest work together to support that tree. Like they send nutrients through the roots in order to bring that tree up and give it life. If only human beings could work that way, in realizing that each of us is important. Like we say in the beginning, with our etiquette rules, each person is very important. And instead of finding reasons to argue with each other and disagree and pick sides and just let this hatred grow. And yeah, I agree that all problems come from the lack of connection.
Yeah, you can't argue with that one. That's for sure. Marie. You're muted.
When you first asked that question, I'm like, is he kidding? The world is a mess. I mean, it's so deplorable what's going on between nations and people, and the hate and the climate change and, you know, everything. But as I heard different people speak, and especially Willie, when Willie said it's true that we are broken, because if we don't connect with each other on a higher plane, on an in-depth way, none of these problems are going to get solved. So, and I love it when I'm watching the news, which I try not to watch too much, but when they talk about someone who has seen a need for something and has filled that need, and they've made a connection with other people, whether they're adults or children. I mean, children are so good at this. And also, I forget who said, but we could be more like the children, you know, with no biases. Well, man, that would be a really pretty world. And maybe we could work together to solve all these problems.
That's true. Very true. Yeah, I was just thinking that without humans, nature, the earth would do great. It would flourish. But without nature, humans would perish. They would do terrible. And you can see exactly where the problem is. You look at the horribleness of the world, and it's not with the nature and it's not with the earth, but it's with the people. We have 3 questions tonight, so we got to move on to the second one right now. How can we begin to repair the connections between people? How can we begin to repair the connections between people? And let's go to Brett.
I think you have to be really just try and be conscious and just be really nice to everyone. I mean, like during this pandemic, like delivery guys from Amazon or whatever will come to my house, and I just try and, you know, be really nice to them and treat them like a human being. Doesn't matter who they are. I'm just trying to see, you know, people and connect with them, or just strike up a chat in the store, just whatever it takes. Just don't be, you know, on my phone if I can help it, if there's people around.
Excellent. Susie.
I believe that because we're isolated with the pandemic now, I believe we're having to heal things within us and the different parts of us that have been disconnected. And as we reconnect with some of our, like our inner child and some of the pain we've gone through and some of the, you know, we heal some of that, then we're able to connect with others. And I believe because of the COVID, we're being so careful on who we connect with. And, you know, a lot of times we just wanted friends, and sometimes that brought negative energy. But if we're bringing healthy friends and we're bringing people that support our belief system, that help us grow, I think, and being kind is so important right now.
I think, yeah, I think that's very important, is creating a positive environment. You know, you were touching on that, how you influence the people around you, and you find yourself in the middle of people who share that same value. If we can create more clusters of positivity like that, I think it will spread, you know, further out to other people. And so, yeah, that's creating a great environment is a great way to heal the connections, repair the connections between people. Natalia, how can we begin to repair the connections between people?
If we realize how we interdependent with each other, and how we so dependent on the nature also, and we understand how nature law works. It works on connection between all nature, all creatures and the nature. Then we will start be more connected then and think about each other more. I hope so.
Oh, you're right. That's very true. Dan.
Yeah, me too, Natalia. It's a good questions, good answers from everybody here. We have to accept what the problem is, that it's disconnection. It seems to keep growing for some reason. We have to work with that, I think. And then like anything else, we have to want it. We have to have a lot of people that want connection. You know, they have to realize that's the problem, just like a leaky pipe. And we want to fix that pipe, not the other ones that people keep pointing at, like, oh, it's the other guy or whatever, all that kind of garbage, right? No, the pipe is leaking because there's no connection between the pipes. This is what we want, right? And then you have to demand it. That's what you want. Go get it.
Precisely. That's an excellent point. Ilana.
Yeah, it's really amazing how we always ready to blame someone else except ourselves, really, because we are, as we spoke in the previous discussion we had, like how lonely we are and how we are concentrated and focused on ourselves, and we don't hear already anyone else. We are not able to listen to anyone else. So when we listen only to ourselves, so what kind of connection can we have? And that's like the world is dependent on that. The world is not only me. So we need to start working from here.
Yeah, we do. Oh, are there any comments on Facebook yet?
No, not yet, but we are waiting.
We'll
Please
come back.
comment and I'll share.
Okay. Alisa, hit us with your wisdom.
I will be happy to, and I want to bring a little bit, one aspect that we are connected. We're going to work. We have to connect with our colleagues. We have to accomplish something because we are getting a reward. You know, we're paid and we want a promotion. We get together with our families and friends. We love people naturally, and we get the reward. We are satisfied. We're happy. We are fulfilled. But connecting with strangers, with other people, doesn't bring any reward. You know, it is hidden, has to be uncovered, and it has to be uncovered from the very beginning of our upbringing, you know, that this is the reward. We are connected. Scientists know about that. They knew about that 100 years ago, you know, but we still keep reward of getting some material fulfillment. Although if we're all connected, our material world will be very different and very happy as well. We have to uncover our connection, and that should be a reward.
That's true. You were talking about learning, about teaching, and this is something that I think from childhood we need to be taught how to, so we don't have to repair the connections. We can just build them from the start at a young age. All right, we're going to go on to our third question. We have 3 questions today. Now, I know in past events we've talked about about intentions, about the power of intention. So the next question is, what difference can having the intention to do good to others make in my own life and the life of others? So when you have the intention to do good to others, what difference can that make in your life and the life of others? We'll go back to Willie.
That's a great question. You know, one thing I think that would really make a difference is being able to have conversations with one another. Because through having conversations with one another, we can grow. We won't be just limited to our knowledge. We'll be able to have knowledge that other people have as well. That you can share yours and they can share theirs, and thereby allowing each person to grow from each person's knowledge. We try to hold too close to the heart our own knowledge, and it keeps us from being together, keep us from being connected with one another, because we're not willing to share. And I think we need to share more.
Very true. Roberta.
Yeah, you're saying about the intention. And I give a quick example. My sister was in Florida last week, and she went to get ice cream. The store was closing last minute, and the card didn't work for the room to charge it to the card. So the girl that worked there took her own credit card and swiped it and paid for my sister. My sister said, "What are you doing?" Because I'm paying it forward. And my sister was shocked. She's never heard this before. I mean, they had a movie about it and everything. I said, yeah, now you're going to pay it forward nice to somebody else do something nice. So that girl had an intention to, somebody helped her. And now in turn, they helped my sister. And in turn, which I'm going to find out what my sister did. So making a conscious effort to actually do something good for someone, something simple like that. You could do anything, just even smile at somebody. But when you put your mind behind something, that you're putting a lot behind it and you're affecting somebody else's day. And now in turn, they're happier. And then it goes on to the next person. So the smallest things we do, and when we do it intentionally, is even better because you could expand more what you want to do and affect more people. But even subconsciously, it's like I said, a smile. But when you're conscious of something, especially connection and making someone else happy, it affects the person that's doing it, the person that's receiving it, and the person's actually watching it happen. So things are happening all over the place, but you have to first do it. So that's the job. That's the thing, to do it.
It's like a good virus. Who's next? Paula.
Yeah, I think like what Roberta said, paying it forward has a tremendous ripple effect. Just, a kind gesture to one person, whether it be a smile or holding the door, you affect that person's day, and it's likely that they'll, pay it forward, and, it'll affect everybody around them. So by one good gesture, it spreads like wildfire, I think.
That's true. It's a great way to connect. Rono.
A kind gesture, like Paula is saying. I think if the intention alone changes everything. Because by default, our intention is to, protect ourselves. If two of us are in business dealings, for example, I'm protecting my interest against yours. And best case scenario, just if I have time, then I'll do something for you after I serve myself first. Worst case scenario, I will hurt you in order to protect my own interest. But if I start with the intention to do good for you, even if I'll just see you, like 20 meters away, in my thought, I just wish you well, then it changes completely the way I interact with anyone. Can you imagine a world in which everyone had a good thought for the others from the get-go, like a responsibility? Come on, that's a completely different world there.
Yeah, intentions are very powerful.
Gary, I want to jump in. We have a comment from Facebook from Maria. She's saying everything in nature is in balance except man. Our ego and self-importance and hate between us is so high that separate us from each other. We need to follow the nature's laws and try to be similar to it. Open our hearts and minds and be always there for each other like in a family. And by this, bring harmony and balance to the world.
Beautiful, thanks. Nina.
That's cute, Gary. Yeah, everyone spoke so beautifully. I don't even know what to add, but I want to agree with Rono that if you can, I always say wherever you go there with love. I love that quote. Like if you can bring love with you wherever you go and make a difference in someone's life, or even if you can't really do anything, but like Rono was saying, just having that intention to that, realizing that this person, we are connected, we're intrinsically connected, like Gary was saying. in the beginning that this is a fellow human being, regardless of whether, I'm not going into politics, but Republican, Democrat, anti-vaccine, vaccinated, it doesn't matter. This, stop with all this division, stop with all this hatred. We are fellow human beings.
Yeah, that's something everybody should hear. Marie.
I was just thinking, it's one thing to say we have to be kind to each other and we have to do for each other and things like that. And some people are so afraid of reaching out, but I think we have to get out of our comfort zones because, we're all in our little niches and we don't even, especially today, look at other people. And so you just have to, I like to just say hi to people when they're, walking on the street, and some respond, some don't respond, but we have to start small, but I think we have to get out of our comfort zones and really reach out to people.
Yeah, good point. Brett.
I think the intention makes all the difference. If somebody is trying to give you a hard time, you're going to feel it. You're going to be like, oh, this person is hassling me. And if somebody is trying to do good for you, or they're trying to help you out, or they're going the extra mile, it feels amazing. And sometimes it's so rare that it's almost shocking, like people do the right thing or people are nice. So why not shock people with good? Blow their mind that you're so thoughtful.
Beautiful. Let's do one more, Susie.
I believe intentions right now are everything. I might take this in a different direction. I've had great teachers, and there's a bubble, and they say live at the top of the bubble. But sometimes circumstances throw us into the bottom of the bubble. And at the present time, I've got a lot of bottom of the bubble stuff. And if I don't intend in the morning, I've got to be more patient. I must get my reactions aligned with what's going to be good for everybody involved. I don't make it. Intentions right now are keeping me alive. I get up, I do my intentions, I work on, and then it helps remind me that I can do this if it works if I'm working on it.
Great, good advice. All right, we're out of time for this whole section, so I'm going to turn it over to Roberta. We had that was a great session. We could have kept going for at least another minute.
Just a minute? That was very good. It was very, very, very good answers, everybody. So now we're going to do something fun, which we do every week. We're going to do our traditional open diner chair dance. It's a lot of fun. Don't knock it till you try it. The way it works is kind of like follow the leader, meaning that we have fun to the music, and one person at a time is displayed on the screen. When you come up on the screen, do a dance move. Something with your arms is great, and everybody's going to follow your move. When the others are displayed on the screen, you follow their move. When it's your turn, a text box actually comes up. A text box comes up on the screen telling you that you're being spotlighted. Ignore that. Don't read it, otherwise you're going to miss your turn. So let's get loose, have some fun. It's a great way to connect with each other and lift our spirits. And let's do this. Let's go with a good intention.
We all smile, we all laugh. Sometimes we cry, sometimes we dance. It doesn't matter where we live, how we look, if it's small or big. We're all the same in our hearts, and that's the point where friendship starts, because we the plan.
Amazing. Such a great job, everybody. Every week it's getting better and better and better. So I'm going to hand this back over to Gary now.
Thanks. That was great. I can definitely tell that people are working on their dance moves just for this. So good job. What we're going to do now, we're going to start wrapping this up. And what we like to do is leave the open diner with a nice feeling, something we can take with us for the next week. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go around. We know that our thoughts and intentions are very powerful. And so what we're going to do is wish each other something good until we meet again next week. So I'm going to pick somebody, and then that participant picks someone else to give a compliment to, or not a compliment, but to wish a wish for something good to happen until we meet again next week. So I'm going to pick on Susie, and I'm going to wish you health and physical strength and healing that you will multiply every day until next week. So you go ahead and pick somebody else and wish them something.
Wow, that was great. I would like for Roberta to get to go fishing and camping with her family again, because it felt just so great to be family oriented again.
Thank you. Thank you, Susie. You do such nice work. All the things you say are so beautiful. I want to wish Paula, you say such beautiful things also. And, you know, the words that come out of your mouth is just amazing. And I wish you that whoever you're in touch with this week and whatever you wish to have in your life, it comes true. Like Gary was saying, health and everything like that. Anything that will make you happy, may it come true with whatever you wish for. I know more to say. I wish the best for you.
Thank you, Roberta. I appreciate that. I wish Rono that everybody you come in contact with this week has great intentions for you and brings you nothing but happiness.
Thank you, Paula. I want to wish Marie to be able to only see joy in people around her, just as if she had special glasses on, and he gave her a world of only happiness all week.
Thank you, Rono. Where do I get those glasses? I just wanted to speak to Willie and tell him that I hope someone does something really special for him this week. Really nice, something out of the ordinary, maybe, because he's a special person.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Marie. I don't know. Make me about to cry. I want to give a special thank to Brad. Brad, you know, you're my brother. I miss you. I haven't seen you in quite some time, but I want you to have the best life that you can have. I know you have a lot of ideals, a lot of things on your plate, so I hope they all come together for you the way you want them to come.
Thank you, Willie. I want to wish for Nina. I just want to say that I believe in miracles. I believe good things can happen like very quickly, or things can just get unstuck, or you can figure things out just really quickly. So I wish that I wish that you'll experience some little miracle where everything is just way better than you thought it would be, or way easier, or way more simpler than you ever thought it would be.
Wow, that couldn't have possibly come at a better time, Brett. Like, it's exactly what I need right now. Wow. Natalia, I wish you to have an amazing week. You know, we have Thanksgiving coming up, and I really, really hope that you stay very grateful this week. I hope that life gives you things to be grateful for, but I wish also for you to find things to be grateful for.
Thank you very much. I'm already grateful. And I'm grateful for all of you being here with me. And I would like to wish to, to Alisa so to make new connections this week, to somebody new, but very good connections. Just expand your connections.
Thank you so much. I was wishing to be the last to wish everyone to keep great intention, but you know, I will go with Gary to be our leader in that. Gary, please exercise having great intentions as like possibly constantly, and we will all follow you as you're leading us through the open diner so graciously and so, you know, warmly and in such a touching way. So let's hear from you next week. How did it work?
All right, thank you. So I get to wish a second person now, Ilana, fresh back again. It's nice to have you back here and back on the screen. And for you, I wish that you just take the spirit of this open diner and carry it with you all week. Hold it in your heart and let it expand and radiate out to others.
Thank you, Gary. It's amazing to be back. It's like really coming to a whole new connection, whole new world. I wanted to say, I really, really missed you, friends. And I want to wish Dan to have an amazing week of connection, of great intentions, of meeting with a lot of friends, and to bring a lot of happiness to others, and to that they will fulfill you and your happiness needs.
Thank you, Elena. That's great. I'm going to pass it on to Roberta, I think.
You know, it's funny, I already went, but I was joking in my head saying, we should do this again. I'll take another compliment. And then you said it. See the power intention? That was weird. I already got a compliment.
You should keep that up then, Roberta.
It's been happening often. Did anybody not get a compliment?
I think everybody went.
Right? Thank you.
All right. Well, then I wish all of you a newer level of connection for the week, and that all around you, you see how powerful connection is. This is something that maybe others don't see around you, but you'll see it. And that's beautiful.
All right. We did good on that. We did really good. Let's pat ourselves on the back. Yay. Don't forget to follow us. We're going to put up our links here as usual. Follow us on Facebook, Meetup, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Click, like, subscribe, share with all of your friends. That's very big. Share with your friends. Just spread the word. Let everybody know how amazing Open Diner is and how it's going to change their lives. And it's a bunch of fun people, and they're going to really enjoy it. So, and on YouTube and Facebook, don't forget you can watch all of our past events on TikTok and where else. You can watch little clips that are really fun, Facebook. And next week, because of Thanksgiving, we will be meeting on Wednesday night instead of Thursday. So don't forget, Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, we are going to have Open Diner, and it will be a very special event. We're going to have a very special musical guest, and the event will be called an attitude of gratitude. So don't forget to RSVP on Meetup and Facebook. And Facebook, you will get, and Meetup and Facebook, you'll get reminders of the upcoming events. So thank you all for joining and taking part. Thanks to our technical crew, to Rono and all of the ones that really support this, to the hosts, and especially to all of our participants here. We can't do this
Gary,
without
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say that next week's event, if you're coming here from Meetup, next week's event is already posted. So it will be a very, very special event. We're going to have a very special musical guest, and that's a surprise. And so go and RSVP right after this. Okay, it's up on Meetup right now. Thank you, Fred.
All right. We'll see you all next Wednesday. Don't forget, be there, be there, be there, be there.
Thank you. Thank you. We love you guys.
Have a great week.
Echo,
Till
Gary. That was
Wednesday.
awesome.
Thank you, great
Thank
friend.
you.
Love
Thank
you. Love
you.
you. Bye-bye.
Love
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Great week.
Bye-bye.